We hope you enjoy this event. To register for upcoming virtual live events, click the link in the video description below. What up, everybody? I am so glad to be with you tonight. We are going to have a slam dunking time celebrating the NBA and basketball and all of those wonderful things that we hear at sporting events. Woo, 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 woo. I see you, DJ Kayla, getting down and getting ready. I am joined by the one, the only Tech Jennifer this evening. We're going to have the most amazing time, and I'm super lucky because she actually already did this dance party last week, so I was able to really use what she was throwing down. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Oh, we're going to have such a fun time tonight. Now, a couple of things before we get started. First and foremost, let's make sure you have enough room to move and groove. So I like to put my hands out in front of me, wiggle my fingers, and then maybe I open them up to the side, open them up a little wider, and make sure that I'm not going to bump into anything while I'm slipping and sliding on the court. Second, just like in basketball, it's important to hydrate when you're dancing. So I want to make sure that you have some water or something nice and refreshing to drink. Last but not least, Jennifer's going to be coming around with the DMF Jumbotron and highlighting your amazing moves. All right. Now, if tonight is a night you just don't want to be on camera, maybe you want to be on the bench tonight watching the game, that's okay. All right, this would be a great time now to go down to the bottom left-hand portion of your screen, click on the camera, and that will turn it off just like Tech Jen's screen, and she will know not to come to you. And the great thing is you can always turn it on and off, all right? So you do what's best for you. Now, we're going to start with a song, and I have to give it up to DJ David because he's the one that played this, I think, at the Football Fan Fun Party, and I really liked it. I thought it was pretty awesome. So in the United States of America, okay, who knows what is a song that we hear at the beginning of every single sporting event? Anybody know what that is? Anybody know what that song might be? Yes, Ethan, you are correct. It is the national anthem. So at this moment, if you have on a hat, I'm going to ask you to take it off, as is proper etiquette. You can put your hand on your art. You can stand up straight, but we're just going to take a moment to pretend that we're just going to take a moment and get in that space of being at a basketball game. And we're going to hear the national anthem. Started with a little bit of Brown Ball Rock, the NBA theme. What's up, Kayla? DJ Kayla in the house. I like your new haircut. Hi, Tyler. Yeah, what's up, Borty? Hey, Borty, Monty, what do you say we play a little basketball?
All around the world. To the beach, y'all. Let's go. All around the world.
All right, Jennifer, show me what amazing team players we have here tonight. Hey, Anthony.
To the beach, y'all. Yeah.
What up, Choros? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Choros. I like how you're raising that roof.
Is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court.
Go, Liz, go, Liz, go, Liz, go, Liz.
I like no interruption when the game is on. I like slam dunk to take me to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop. I like the pick and roll. I like the give and go. And it's basketball. Bow wow, let's go.
Yeah, Felicia. Oh, put them together for Kiki, ladies and gentlemen.
To the beach, y'all.
This is the DMF Virtual Community Team. All Stars. Go, Lauren. Go, Lauren.
In my hands, ain't no telling what I'm gonna do with it. When I got possession, I'ma have to fool
Hey,
with
Glory.
it. I might cross you up and fake one way. Turn around and hit you with the MJ fade away. I'm throwing down passes like J Kidd, taking cats to the rack, and I'm dunking on them like C-Mac. When I'm in the paint, I play with that Lonzo style. I'm like Darius, cause I can
Don't too many players get offers like me. Back and forth unlikely.
What up,
Shake
Will?
the
Hey,
checks
Will,
off
can
your
we see your old
Nikes. They
jersey?
almost had me in a suit at the draft, cause it looked like a free throw and I be shooting from half. The first step like Iverson, blow past you. Usually nothing but net, but I could go blast too. When I'm in the paint, the defense so shook. They don't know if I'ma put up a slow hook or dish for no look. To drive the lane would be dumb, no, cause I send it back at you. Then give you the finger like a tumble. Shorty, over the summer you might have boosted the inch, but as long as Fabulous is playing, get used to the bench. And see, my game consists of a whole lot of moves you would think I learned from the Harlem Globetrotters. JD gon' lead us to a ring. Fab and Bow Wow's the only players that make cheerleaders wanna sing. Yeah, put it up, put it up, put it up, put it up now. Put it up, put it up, put it up now. Put it up, put it up, put it up now.
Nothing but net.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan. Go, Ryan. Go, Ryan. Go, Ryan.
Yeah, tell me, were you in the joint the night
Yeah,
MJ
ooh-me,
scored 63
ooh-me,
points
ooh-me.
when the Lakers won titles back to back? Didn't give nobody no kind of slack. When Vince Carter came, stuck his arm in the rim, everybody went crazy in the whole damn
Go,
gym.
Jacob.
To Kimbe
Go,
Mutombo,
Jacob.
standing tall, playing D with desires, basketball, sing. All around the world.
Get it, Vicky.
Put it up, put it up, put it up now.
I love your shades, Valerie. Super cool.
Put it up, put it up, put it up now.
Hey, Raymond. We're glad you made it. Look at that beautiful smile. Glad to see it, friend. We've been missing
Put
you.
it up, put it up, put it up now.
Ooh, put it on, Chris. Ooh. All right, lads. Let's rock this party, shall we? Oh, hey,
So
girl.
clap,
Hey,
so
Jackie.
clap, so
We
clap,
miss you.
so clap, 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 so clap. Yeah, whoa. Me say me want to see everybody a move. Dance all enough. That a man coming at you. We just
Now
want to
that's
pick
an
up
awesome
QTB.
dancing team right
Bob
there.
Sinclair. It's a dance thing, you see me? Somewhere you just bounce on.
Go,
Yeah.
Timmy. Go, Timmy. Hey, Timmy.
Let's
Dance
go.
now.
Ho! Let's go. Make it out.
Everybody dance
Come
now.
on. Let's go.
Oh, you better rock this party
Let's
there.
say one, rock. Let's go.
Yeah, Holman. Yeah, Ethan. Yeah, Ethan.
This party, dance everybody, make it hot in this party. Don't stop, move your body, rock this party. Dance everybody, make it hot in this party. Don't know what's on your mind. We come for you, have a good time. Me want you on
I'm
the
here to have a good
Me
time.
want you shake your behind.
Your smile
I'm
says
in
you
a
are.
dancing mood, girl, and I'm feeling good.
Go,
This is
Troy.
my
Hey, Troy,
favorite
back up.
tune.
Let me see that
Put on your
jersey.
dancing shoes. Gonna make you feel so good tonight,
Ow,
girl.
ow.
Gonna make you sweat tonight, girl. We gonna make you wet
ow.
tonight, girl. We gonna make you feel
Yeah, the
alright.
towel. Dirty. Give me a little dribble there. Yeah. It's a 3-pointer from half court. birthday.
Girl want test you, don't stand a chance. Girl you look better than them, yes. You dress nicer than them, yes. Gonna dance from night till morning.
Oh, it's Maximilian.
Oh, what a lovely feeling. So close to me, heart beating. Hold me tight, girl. Hold me tight.
What? Dancing better with friends.
Hold me wrist, what? Take me rock, girl. Take me rock.
Ow,
Me off,
Go
try me
Tyler.
off.
Go Tyler.
Came to rock at this party, 'cause I can make you feel alright. Sweet boy, rock your body, rock it straight through the night. Oh, you want this party?
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Shawnee of the virtual community.
Let's go.
Is that a Nike swish you got on there, Sharon?
Dance, now everybody move, move. Now everybody shake, shake.
Hey,
Now everybody
Rebecca.
rock, rock this party.
Hello,
Dance,
Diane.
everybody,
How
make
you
it
doing?
hot in this party. Don't
Welcome to
stop,
the DMF
move your
Slam
body.
Dunk Party.
Rock, rock this party. Dance, everybody, make it hot
Oh,
in
that
this
is an
party.
all-star player in the house. Go Hobby. Go Hobby.
Y'all wine and flex. Yeah. Make a
I like the
y'all
Knicks
vex.
too, friend.
Tough girl, I big up them chest. Yeah. Tell them say you are the best. Yeah. You look better.
Ashlyn,
You look better.
baby.
You dress better. You dress better. Shake your body. Shake your body. Show them you move. Show them you move.
Came to rock at this
Hey,
party,
Jake.
'cause I can make you feel alright. Sweet boy, rock
There's that smile on the DMF Jumbotron I've been waiting for.
Oh, you want this party? Oh, you want it now?
Say what?
Sweet boy, rock
I want this party. Let's do it.
Came to rock at this party.
Let's go.
Hey, did you come to rock this party, sir? I think you did.
Rock it straight through the
I love this garnet shirt you have on. Oh, and I'm feeling what you're putting down.
Hands in the air in the club. Let's go. Word up is going down. Get TV.
What's up, what's up, go Jacko, Jacko, Jack.
You are now rocking with the best.
There he is. There he is. There it is. Whoop. All right, my friends. Now, if you go to sporting events or even if you watch them on TV, you know that there are songs they play at everyone. This is Sweet Caroline. Let's get our hands up and sway.
Where it began,
Will you sway with me, Diane?
I can't begin to knowing.
Let's cause a wave.
Then I know it's
Woo!
growing.
Woo! Yeah, let's make a big old DMF wave. Hello,
Wasn't the
friend.
spring,
Go Lennon, go Lennon, go
then
Lennon.
spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along?
Hi, Diana.
And
It's so great to be with all of you
touching
tonight.
hands,
You could say this
reaching
party's gonna be
out,
real slam dunk.
touching me, touching you.
Sing it if you know it. Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum.
Good times never seem so good. I've been
Yeah, go Tyler.
to believe there never was, but now I
You're a real all-star friend.
look at the night.
Hey, Amanda. Hey, Maximilian.
And it don't
So cool to
seem
see you
so
guys coming in
lonely.
together.
We fill it up with only two. And
Hello,
when
Sean.
I heard
Glad you're here. Are you having a good time,
runs
friend?
off my
Give me some
shoulder.
thumbs up if you're having a good time.
How can I hurt when holding you? Warm,
Yeah, I
touching
see you
more.
singing, DJ Kayla.
reaching out,
Hey, Liz.
touching me.
Hey,
touching
Borty.
me.
Get it, girl.
Caroline. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe that
Oh, my friends, that was just fantastic. Let's pick it up with a little bit of I Wish by Skilo. Because I wish I was a baller. I wish I was a rabbit in a hat with a bag. I think I need my awesome shades.
Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" parlor. I wish I was like 6'9" so I can get with Leoshi, cause she don't know me, but yo, she's really fine. You know, I see her all the time, everywhere I go, and even in my dreams, I can scheme a way to make her mine. Cause I know she's living fat. Her boyfriend's tall and he plays ball, so how am I gonna compete with that? Cause when it comes to playing basketball, I'm always last to be picked, and in some cases never picked at all. So I just lean up on the wall, or sit up in the bleachers with the rest of the girls who came to watch their man ball. Dag y'all, I never understood black, why the jocks get the fly girls, and me I get the hood rats. I tell them scat, skittles, kebab.
Hey, Lita, glad you're here tonight.
For talking that mess. I confess it's a shame when you living in a city that's the size of a box and nobody knows your name.
Hey, Zane, hey, Zane, hey, Zane.
Like quick, got
Zane, can you give us a little moving? Little moving and grooving? Nicholas will help you out. I'll help you out too.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat.
Oh, Jackie. Go, Jackie, with the shade. Go, Vicky. Go, Vicky.
I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I wish I had a brand new car.
I wish I could dance like Ethan. He's so fly.
I get laughed at. And when I'm in my
I wish I could smile like Julia. I wish I had cool glasses like Jackie.
And you wanna know what's really whack? See, I can't even get a date, so what you think of that? I heard that prom night is a bomb night with a hood rat, you can old type, but really though, Figaro, when in my car I can't even get a hello. Well, so many people wanna cruise Crenshaw on Sunday. One day I'ma have to get in my car and go. You know I take the 110 until the 105. Get on the Crenshaw, tell my homies look alive. Cause it's hard to survive when you're living in the concrete jungles and these girls keep passing me by. She looks fly, she looks fly. Make me say, my. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and 6'4" parlor. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and 6'4" parlor. I wish I was a little bit taller.
Oh, go Hobbs. I wish I was hobbing sometimes. Look at those fly moves.
I wish I was a baller. I wish I was a little bit taller, y'all. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Hey, I wish I had my way, cause every day would be a Friday, and you can even speed on the highway. I would play ghetto games, name my kids ghetto names. Little Mookie, Big Al, Lorraine. Yo, you know that's on the real. So if you down on your luck, then you should know just how I feel. Cause if you don't want me around, see I go simple, I go easy, I go Greyhound. Hey, you, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Ah, yes, ain't that fresh? Everybody wants to get down like that. Wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat.
Hey, Xavier. Go, Jen.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" parlor.
All right, my friends, now if you've been to the stadium, you have definitely heard this next song. I have to ask, y'all ready for this? Let's start with a little Raise the Roof. Oh, Space Jam, you got the right shirt, Courtney. Go, Liz. Go, Liz. Y'all ready for this? Let's do it. Yeah. ready for this, Jacob? All right, get down, get funky. Did y'all know that the first basketball hoop was actually made, the backboard was made out of a peach basket and a ladder? What? Oh yeah, go Jackie, go Jackie. Go Ethan, go Ethan. You guys look fantastic out there as our fans. Ooh, my friends. Now, it is time for our fans to get involved. So we're going to be running that DMF Jumbotron. Fans, show me what you got. Let's do a little group dance, a little YMCA. Woo! Ooh. I'm coming to you, Lennon. Show me you've got spirit, friends.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy. Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man,
Yeah, point it
are
out.
you listening to me? I said, young man, what do you wanna be? I said, young man, you can make real your dreams, but you got to know this one thing. No man does it all by himself. I
Beautiful.
said, young
That's
man,
right, my friends. No man does it all by himself.
and just
We
go
gotta
down
be together.
to the YMCA. I'm sure they can help you today. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Yeah, go
Get
Timmy.
yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man, I was once in your shoes. I said I was down and out with the blues. I felt no man cared if I were alive. I felt the whole world was so tired. That's when someone came up to me and said, young man, take a walk up the street. It's a place there called the YMCA.
You guys are killing
They can start you back on your way. It's fun to stay at the
YMCA.
It's fun to stay at the
Hey, Jacob, you know a lot about basketball. Jacob let us know that the Bulls dominated in the 1990s. You are correct, sir. And actually, did you know that the Bulls had an amazing song that they used to come out to?
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
It was called Serious.
Young man, there's no need to feel down.
I bet you know that. Michael Jordan ran anytime. But my friends, it is officially halftime. So you know what that means. We all need to get a nice, cool drink of water. Now, I bet you didn't know this, but DMF has its own basketball star. Some might say he even invented basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the one, the only Ken Trush. There he goes from Team DMF. Here he goes, nothing but net. How about that jump shot? Yes, number 15, number 40, Ken Trush, and now DMF 06. Is that who you're going for tonight, Ken? Boosh, nothing but net. Beautiful shot, Ken. But did you know, actually, the song YMCA that we just played, I had to throw this in because that's actually where basketball was invented by James Naismith in 1891 as an indoor winter activity. His boss at the YMCA asked him to come up with one, and that's what he came up with. He was a physical education teacher. He also wrote the original basketball rule book and founded the University of Kansas basketball program. So Ken, how's it feel today to be back on the court as it is?
Love it. Some great memories. You know, I know James Naismith, you know, from way back. We played basketball together. Now, basketball.
Did you coach him?
Basketball is a great. I do have a question for everyone if they put in the chat. Do they want the Dallas Mavericks to win the championship or the Boston Celtics? Two great teams.
We've got our Mavericks and we've got our Celtics. I also had to put the Nets and the Knicks up there, but we have our Mavericks and our Celtics. So yeah, put it in the chat. Are you a Mavericks or a Celtics fan? And Ken, you might know this one, but they can also put it in the chat and we'll see what they get. Basketball originally wasn't played with a basketball. It was played with a completely different kind of ball. It's a sports ball, so you've heard of it before. And Ken, I don't know if you played with these originally or if it was actually a basketball when you came in.
I'm going to guess a peach ball.
Ooh, good guess, good guess. Pretty close. Not actually, it is actually a soccer ball. It was originally played with a soccer ball because there was no dribbling. It wasn't until they started dribbling that they said, oh, this doesn't bounce, so we're gonna need something else. But the original backboard was made out of a peach box with a ladder. That's what was originally made the first.
And they had to. And I think after they scored a point, they had to go up the ladder and to get the ball out.
They didn't. They had to walk all the way uphill both ways to get there. And so you said they had to go up the ladder to get it because it didn't come out the
ball. I don't think they had a hole on the bottom of the basket when it first started.
Now, did they have to do it if they got the basket, or did the opposing team? Did somebody have to run up the ladder?
Excellent question.
That is, maybe I'll find the answer to that. Are you ready for some more music, Ken?
I am. I mean, the music that you're playing brings back a lot of memories. I have to tell you that. I flash back to layup lines and dunks.
Well, excellent, because we're going to go to what you got to do when you do a layup. We're going to do a little jump. Y'all ready for some jump? Let's do a little jump, jump. The Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Oh, Kayla's ready. All right, my friends, let's do a little bit of jump, jump.
You should know that Chris Cross is not having anything today. As we stand up, totally crossed out. We can make you jump, jump. The Mac Daddy make you jump, jump. Oh, Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Chris Cross will make you jump, jump.
Yeah,
Don't compare us to another bad little fad. I'm the Mac and I'm bad. Give you something that you never had. I make you bump, bump, wiggle and shake your rump. Cause I be kicking the flavor that makes you wanna jump. How high, real high. Cause
Go
I'm just
Jake,
so fly.
go Jake, go Jack, go Dobby. Go Jack, go Hobby. Go Jake, go Jack, go Hobby.
I come stopping with something pumping to keep you jumping.
Go Taylor, go Taylor.
Ain't nothing soft about Chris Cross, we all at. So when the X do they rock, say believe it. Jump, jump. The Mac Dad'll make you jump, jump. A Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Chris Cross will make you jump, jump. ain't coming off wet. And
Go
all y'all
Lita,
suckers that
go
don't know,
Lita,
check
go
it
Nicholas,
out.
go
Some of them
Umi.
try to rhyme, but they can't rhyme like this. Some of them try to rhyme, but they can't rhyme like this. Some of them try to rhyme, but they can't rhyme like this. Some of them try to rhyme, but they can't. 'Cause I'm the make it, make it, make it, make it, Mac. Daddy. The make it, make it, make it, make it, Mac. 'Cause I'm the make it, make it, make it, make it, Mac. Daddy. The make it, make it, make it, make it, Mac. I make you wanna jump, jump. The
Valerie will make you jump, jump. Big P will make you jump, jump. Double Reef will make you jump, jump.
jump, jump. The Mac that'll make you jump, jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Chris Cross will make you jump, jump. Jump, jump. The Mac that'll make you jump, jump. Daddy Mac will make you
Oh, Amanda, I see you jump, jumping.
make you jump, jump.
Go Max.
The Mac that'll make you jump, jump.
Max, you could just probably touch the basketball fit.
Chris Cross will make you jump, jump.
Go Arturo. Go Troy, go Troy, go Troy. Ow! I see you got a basketball hoop in your room there. Ooh!
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
You can't touch this.
My music hits me so hard.
Makes me say, oh my Lord.
Thank you for blessing me. What am I to rhyme and do like me? It feels good when you know you're down. A super dope homeboy from the Oak Town, and I'm known as such. And this is a beat. You
Go
can't touch
Tyler. Hey, you can't touch this.
Boy,
Can't touch this.
Yeah, that's how we living, and you know.
Can't touch this.
Look at my eyes, man. You can't
Boom.
touch this.
There it is.
Yo, let me bust the funky lyrics. Fresh new kicks and bands. You got it like that. Now you know you wanna dance. So move out of your seat and get a fire girl and catch this beat while it's rolling. Hold on, pump a little bit and let them know what's going on. Like
Go
that.
DJ Jack, go DJ Jack, go DJ Jack, go DJ Jack.
Let them know that you're too much. And then
Hey, Xavier. Hey, is that a Harlem Globetrotters shirt, Xavier?
I told you can't touch this.
Oh, yeah. Nice ball control.
Yo,
Go,
sound the
Chris.
bell,
Go,
school's
Chris.
in, sucker.
Go, Chris.
Can't touch this. Give me a song or rhythm, making them sweat. That's what I'm giving them now. They know. You talk about the hammer, you're talking about a show that's
Go,
hot
Jackie. Go,
and
Jackie.
tight. Singles are sweating so fast, them a whiteboard tape. To learn what's it gonna take in the 90s to burn the charts. Legit. Either work hard or you might as well quit. That's word because you know.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Oh, Alina.
Break it down.
Break it down, Alina.
Stop. Hammer time. Go with the flow. It is said if you can't prove this, then you're probably out there. So
Jennifer,
yo,
you
hands in
my
the air.
soul sister.
Put your fingers through your
Can
hair.
you Roger Rabbit?
For a winner, dance to this, and you're gonna get there. The move, slide your rump. Just for a minute, let's all do the bump. Bump, yeah.
Can't touch this.
Look, man,
Can't touch this.
you better get hype, boy, cause you know you can't touch this. Ring the bell, school's back in. Break it down.
You can't touch this, Brenda.
Stop. Have a time.
Oh, Joseph, look at them skills. Hey, D. I like your Knicks hat.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
Can't touch this.
Break it down. Stop. Hammer time. Every time you see me, the hammer's just so hype. I'm dope on the floor.
Can't touch that. Nice moves, ladies.
Now why would I ever stop doing this with others making records that just don't hit? I tour around the world
much about basketball. Hey, you know this song, the next one up. So Jacob, you got to back me up. Whenever there were a couple of years that when they would make a shot, the whole crowd would go, "Oh, you're unbelievable." So this next song comes up to us. It's called Unbelievable by EMF. You know this one? Know this one, Jacob? So listen to my reply.
You say to me I don't talk enough, but when
Hey,
I
Z.
I'm a fool.
Hey, Nancy.
Times I've spent, I've realized
Our greatest cheerleader, Nancy Trush.
the things you say. You're
Go, Vicky. You are unbelievable, girl.
You say
You're unbelievable. All right, Troy. You got the ball, my friend. 10 seconds left on the buzzer. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Hey, shoot! Hey, You're unbelievable. Oh, you're unbelievable. All right, Maximilian, get up ahead now. Tell me what you got. I get a 2-for-1 on this channel. Go, Tyler. Go, Hobby.
Pushing down the relative, bringing out your high self, figure the fun on. Pushing down the battlefield instead of bringing the attitudes to walk the world. And have to pick your attitude, brace yourself. With grace and peace, I know this world and what it seems.
It's unbelievable.
You better me with your questions. You'd help me tell no lies. You're always
Oh, Shawnee and Lennon and Jack,
You say to me, I don't
Diana, Rebecca, Tyler,
These times I've spent, I've realized you shivering and leave you.
the things you say.
Your pet bros just give you away.
Go, Xavier. Sing it, Xavier.
It's what I love you more. The things you say. Your pet bros just give you away. The things you say. You're unbelievable.
Oh, go easy. Go easy. Alina.
You're
Go,
so
Lauren.
unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
Y'all are so unbelievable. You are the best around. Go Trush. Go Trush. Go Vanya. Go Brenda. Go Josie. Go Ethan. Go Guadalupe. There's my friend Raymond coming to us on the go. That's dedication.
You're
The unbelievable. Beautiful work, my friends. Now, when I was growing up, they used to play this song at every single sporting event. That should tell you how old I am, but I think they still do it. Let's pump up the jam. Then we used to pump up your Air Jordans. Squeeze the little basketball. Ooh! Pump up your Jordans, pump him up.
While your feet are stumping and the jam is pumping, look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little
Ooh, pump
more,
it
get
up,
the party
Persephone. Look at
going,
that
the
beautiful
dance floor.
face. Hi,
See, 'cause
girl.
that's where
It's
the
good to
party's
be
at,
with you.
and you find
It
out
will.
if you do that.
Pump up the will. Pump up
A
the
place
will.
to stay.
Go,
Get
Lita.
your booty
Go,
on the
Lita.
floor tonight. Make my day.
Ooh.
Oh,
Make my day,
a
y'all.
place to stay.
Go
Get
Ryan.
your booty
Go
on the
Ryan.
floor
Go
tonight.
Ryan. Go
Make my
Ryan.
day. Make my day.
Make my day.
Make my day. Make my day.
Hey, my friend Dan. It's good to see you. I'm glad you made it on. Go Glory. Go is so cool.
Bump the jam, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it.
That's the highlight of my week. I love rocking with y'all.
Pump up the jam.
Pump up the jam.
Pump up the jam.
I'm gonna pump up the jam with Javi, Xavier, Troy, Umi, Jacob, Felicia. What's up, girl?
Pump up the jam.
Kiki.
Pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it.
Oh, wow. Woo. I've had such a great time rocking and rolling with you. It is hot out there, so let's make sure we stay hydrated. All right, we're in our fourth quarter now, so we want to make sure we stay nice and hydrated. Now, get yourself a nice sip of water, take a couple of deep breaths, and we're going to tell you about the next couple events we have coming up. Now, all right. So our next event is June 12th. So that is next Wednesday. All right. And the dance party is Call of the Wild. I can't wait. I am so excited about this theme. It is going to feature all those amazing songs that talk about all those wild animals. Like, it's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. So it's going to be an amazing dance party. DJ David is going to be throwing down. You know, I never realized with this hat and bandana and hair how much I look like Ugly Kid Joe. That's another 90s reference. However, we are going to have a great time next Wednesday night. DJ David is going to be throwing out, answering the call of the wild. Ow! Yeah. All right. Our next open mic is June 19th. I think I saw somebody in the chat say that they are going to be performing. Guys, we have the coolest events going on for the rest of the summer. Amazing dance parties. We're going to be celebrating Disability Pride Month. We're going to be celebrating the anniversary of the moon landing, the Olympics. So follow that link that Jennifer put in the chat. Sign up for these events so we can keep rocking and rolling all together. We love the spirit that you bring. We are going to be so thrilled to be rocking with you all summer long. All right, my friends, everybody feeling pretty good? Jacob, I'm still dying for Pump Up the Jam. And that you just had that. All right, my friends, now you cannot go to a basketball game without rocking to this next song. It is another one of our amazing group dances. It is the Cha-Cha Slide. I think it is. There it is. Volume helps.
We're gonna get funky.
Let's get funky. Funky, funky, funky.
Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, now, we're gonna do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Cha-cha, real smooth.
Forward and back. And forward and back.
Turn it out.
Ooh, turn it out.
To the left.
Uh-huh.
Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Cha-cha now, y'all.
Forward
Now
and
it's
back.
time to get funky.
Forward and back.
To the right now.
Whoop.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
Whoa.
One hop this time. One hop this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-cha, real smooth.
Forward and back. Forward
Let's
and
go
back.
to work.
Ooh, let's go to work. Who I got?
To
Who
the
I
left.
got? Oh, go
Take it back
Ethan.
now,
Ethan, you're
y'all.
such a leader. Let's
2
all
hops
follow
this time.
Ethan.
2 hops this time.
Ooh, ooh.
Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Get funky with it. Oh, yeah. Come on. Cha-cha now, y'all. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 5 hops this time. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Right foot again. Left foot again. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
All right, how low can you go?
Check it out, y'all.
Get low
How
for
low
me.
can you go?
Hey, Brett.
Can you go down low?
Ooh,
All the way
whoa,
to the floor?
Chris, look how low you
How
can.
low can you go?
Hey,
Can you bring
Omari.
it to the top?
Yeah, Sharon.
Like it never stop?
Sharon, that was low.
Can you bring it to the top? One hop. Right foot now. Left foot now, y'all. Cha-cha, real smooth.
Forward and back. Forward and
Turn
back.
it out. To
To
the
the
left.
left. Go,
Take it
Zuri.
back now, y'all.
Go, Valerie.
One hop this time. One hop this time. Reverse. Reverse. Slide to the left.
Beautiful reverse, Zuri.
Slide to the right.
Kiki, you on
Reverse,
point, girl.
reverse.
Go,
Reverse,
Liz.
reverse.
Go, Glory.
Cha-cha
Oh,
now, y'all.
yeah. Guys, you guys got
Cha-cha
skills.
again. Cha-cha now, y'all.
The Knicks got
Cha-cha
nothing on
again.
you.
Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. Two hops, two hops. Two hops, two hops. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Charlie Brown. Hop it out now. Slide to the right. Slide to the left.
Don't make a great team.
Take
you
it back
know
now,
that?
y'all.
DMF
Cha-cha now, y'all.
Online Community.
Turn it out. To the left.
Go, Umi. Show us
Take
how
it
it's
back
done,
now,
girl.
y'all. Three hops this time. Right foot now. Left foot now, y'all. Cha-cha now.
Oh, my friend,
Turn it
that
out.
was so beautiful. Let's try a little Timber, a little Pitbull, and Kesha.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's make a
Let's
night.
dance. Let's make a night out of it.
I'll be the one you won't forget.
Oh, Charles, you like this one, huh? I'm gonna put that in my memory bank. Is this your favorite song, Liz? That's great.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. These biggity boys are diggity dog. I have them like Miley Cyrus, clothes off, twerking in their bras and thongs. Face down, booty up. That's the way we like the world. I'm sicker than an oil spill. She say she won't, but I bet she will. Timber. Swing your partner round and round, and then the night is going down. One more shot, another round, and then the night is going down. Swing your partner round and round, and then the night is going down. One more shot, another round, and then the night is going down.
It's going down, Jeffrey. It's going down right here at DMF. Yeah, go Kiki. I know you like this one too, girl. I can tell by your face. Yeah, I feel you. Hey Dan, hey Dan, hey Dan. Go Ryan, go Ryan. I'm glad you're here, friend. Go Jacob, go Jacob. Go Raymond. Hey Vicky. She can dance and take a phone call. That's multi-talented right there. Go Zarif, go Timmy, go Timmy, go Timmy.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, it's just me and the damn thing changed. Live in hotels, swing on planes. Blessed to say, money ain't a thing. Club jumping like LeBron now. Bowl it, order me another round. Homie, we about to clown. Why? Cause it's about to go down. Swing your partner round and round.
Go Troy, go Troy. Drumming and basketball. Oh, sing it, Maximilian. And Amanda, go Tyler, Giovanni, Arturo. Go Lennon, Lennon, Lennon. It's going down right here at DMF Online Community. DMF, put 'em up, put 'em up. Yeah, Brett, I love how you're getting into it. Let's make some noise, my friend. there's just too many good jump songs. We can jump around, we can jump, all of it. But let's take it back to the original with a little Van Halen and go ahead and jump. Uh-oh, Armando's gonna jump. Daniel, are you whistling to jump? That's impressive. And nothing gets me down. Especially not at a DMF dance party. Hey, Jeffrey, nice to see your face. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Maybe just how you feel. We gotta roll with the punches, my friends. Let's get to what's real. That's being together. That's being a team. That's coming together and moving and grooving and enjoying each other.
I ain't the worst that you've seen. How can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump. Might as well jump.
Well, jump. I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Go ahead and jump.
Jump.
Go ahead and jump.
Like that move. Hey, you.
Who said that? Baby,
Oh,
how you been?
Anthony, go ahead and jump, my friend.
You say you don't know.
Yeah, Van Halen just brings out the best in people. It really does. Go, Jeffrey. Go, Jeffrey.
Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't
Oh,
the worst
go,
that
Liz. Go, my new friend.
you see. Can't you see what I'm
Go, Persephone. Go, Glory.
Might as well jump.
Jump.
Go ahead and jump.
Jump.
Might as well
Go,
jump.
Nicholas. Go, Lita.
Go ahead and jump.
Ow! My friends, what a beautiful job. I am having such a great time. Now, we do have one song. Take a deep breath there, Jacob. That was awesome. All right, I do have to say a couple of rounds of thank you. So first and foremost, I want to thank all of our directors at DMF. I want to thank Nadine McNeil, Jerry Powers, and Carla Sullivan for all that they do. I also want to thank the guys behind the scenes. Now, you don't realize this, but David Vera, Jackie Torres, Nadine McNeil, they're on these dance parties. They're making sure that you guys get on, that you get the right links if anybody has technical difficulties. But thank you guys so much, because without them, guys, we would not have all of these amazing parties, because they really make sure that all of our technical issues go well, that everybody who wants to be here can be here. So thank you guys so much for all that you do. You are our unsung heroes. I got to come over and say a big old thank you to my friend Jennifer, DJ Jennifer. So not only does she DJ a lot of dance parties on Fridays, but she is on teching almost every single event. And even though sometimes when she's not, which is a rarity, she shows up anyway. That's heart, that's team spirit. And it doesn't matter if you win. Whoa, yeah, I got hurts. Whoa, okay. It's it doesn't matter whether you win or you lose, you must have heart. That's the most important thing as a team. And of course, we must thank the amazing Trush family, Ken, Nancy, Daniel, Michael, Story, and baby Violet. Daniel, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm having a blast, dude. I haven't laughed this hard in a really long time. I'm having a great game.
Yeah, so am I. It's amazing. So much fun.
Good. Well, Daniel, thank you so much. And I see you got your Knicks hat going on there.
Yep.
Well, thank you for being here. And speaking of somebody who comes to every single event and game, that's Daniel Trush. Hi, Nancy. You're on camera.
How are you? A great dance party.
Good, Nancy. I don't mean to scare you, but you're on camera.
Yeah, I know. He's turning the computer around.
Just wanted to jump in there and let you know. So good to see you, Nancy. Guys, thank you so much for everything, because without you guys, there would be no DMF. And that's just, yeah, no. On that one. So thank you guys so much.
And we would be very remiss if we did not thank our hostess with the mostest. She is an incredible DJ. She's always finding the greatest songs that I love. They're always a new part of my collection. She makes sure that everybody gets on, everybody feels welcome, everybody feels like they get the spotlight. And we thank her so much for everything she does. The one and only DJ Juliana. Let's open up those mics.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Juliana.
Hey, let's go.
Ooh, say one more time, Ken.
A little known fact, Juliana was a basketball instructor on the weekends.
Wow.
Not only does she dance and sing, she plays basketball. Who knew?
Well, wonders never cease. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
You're muted.
You're muted.
My pizza tray giraffe neck. I loved coaching basketball, but they did tell me not to quit my day job. So thank God I love my day job. My friends, that is what we like about you. We love everything about you. We love having you here. Thank you so much for taking your time to spend it with us. It means the world to DMF. My friends, let's unmute. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to everybody, and we'll see you again next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you all. Y'all got good
Fantastic.
days.
Okay, bye. Adios.
And I'm up. Have a beautiful rest of the evening, and we'll see you next time. We're gonna end the meeting in 2, in 1.
Everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. To register for upcoming virtual live events, click the link in the video description below.